Hey, hey, hey. All right, my babies. Let us dive into something new today. Don't consider an opinion about something as the end result of it. Have understanding it within your current limits, of which you don't know it, by spending true quality time with it. You can't know where it will reveal itself in other aspects of your thoughts, concepts, slash life. So don't consider an opinion about something as the end result of it. Right away. We got this. Have understanding it within your current limits by spending quality time with it. What do I mean by saying this? It's not grammatically correct. Have the fact that understanding it within your current limits by spending true quality time with it. You can understand it within your current limit by spending true quality time with it. Okay. Uh, you can't know where it will reveal itself in other aspects of your thoughts, concepts, and life. So there are three parts to this. One second. The first part is having an opinion. Now, it's funny because I always used to square Lebanese, right? And I mean, I noticed it in other countries, but there's a beauty. I'm going to use a word that nobody likes, and the word is retarded. So, what does retarded actually mean? Because I think retarded, less advanced in mental, physical, or social development than is usual for one's age. I love this word because this word, this is the most vague description of something ever. What is basically normal? What is advanced? Or what is considered less advanced? What is considered less physical? I'd understand. Like physical, I don't know what the politically correct thing to say right now. But basically, if you have a physical, it's offensive and derogatory. Delay or hold back in terms of progress of development. Uh, Disabled. See, I'm not referring to a disability here because I genuinely believe there are disabilities in this world, whether they're physical, mental, or social, or whatever, right? You know, if a businessman is trying to be an engineer, he's going to be disabled at first. Because like, his mind is not wired for engineering, or the other way around. Like, where do we manage it? But that's not the conversation. Because I feel like we inject stupidity by choice, right? Because stupidity is an act, while being an idiot comes naturally. And going back to Lebanese people, I think we're a bit kind of like, I'm not going to use the word, but I think there's a disability behind uh, how we consider ourselves and the importance we add to our existence, which ultimately leads to, if I ask them for an opinion, they will find 10. What's your opinion on this subject? They will literally count every relevant opinion they could choose. So back to my fucking script. Like, don't consider an opinion about something as the end result of it. And the funny thing is, I lived in a culture full of only opinions. I've had made a video before about basically how opinions turn into judgments, and at one point that basically becomes a traditional thing that you have between you and yourself. Like, I've always done it this way, or I've always thought about it this way. It's funny, I was still having a conversation with my instructor at the gym the other day, and he was like, he'd never speak French because he would feel like the way the French pronounces their words for him feels like, less of an Arab man thing to do. Fascinating. But so, have understanding it within your current limits by spending true quality time with it, your goal. Because well, the minute you see something, you're definitely going to kind of like, your mind is going to register something on the surface. Hot burns, cold freezes, right? Like, we have these relationships one way or another. And you see a kitten, you kind of like, some people would look at them and be like dirty, while other people would look at them and be like, would be aggressive or cute or allergic, right? Like, we all have these relationships with this. And I'm not saying opinions are not necessary, they fucking are. But opinions that don't change are basically, I'm going to use the word off putting, because ultimately you don't go anywhere with them. What's the point of having an opinion if it's not going to be useful? Or if it's not going, why? What's the point? Like, I very much respect people. They go like, I don't know enough about the subject to have an opinion about it. And it's like, wow, look at you actually like seeing yourself within the context that we're discussing. Right? That kind of shit, man, is kind of like badass. But so the idea that I'm trying to say is like, an opinion is not the end result of whatever it is. Like, oh, I did something and I have an opinion of it. Yeah, that opinion is based on that one experience, two experiences, three experiences, 100 experiences. And the idea is it's still an opinion. But to have an understanding of it by spending time with it, then you don't have an opinion anymore because it's no longer something that you can label, right? Like, after five, three, six experiences, 10 experiences with something, you can't explain it one way. You can explain it simply, you can complicate your explanation, you can dive deeper into stuff, but it's no longer an opinion. Because an opinion is kind of like is a shallow form of a label, or if it's the social form of a label. Because ultimately you throw an opinion out there about something, and then you're supposed to use that as a point of reference the next time you approach it. It's like, oh, this was my opinion about it, not this is my opinion about it. My opinion is about that experience with that thing. And we kind of create these connections. Our mind does that on its own. But then where do we stand in the whole process? The intention behind it, right? The awareness, the thought process. So, and then I go like, spend time, true quality time with it, whatever it is that gave you that, made you feel that that opinion is relevant. Because the minute you have an opinion, that means that affected you, right? Something brought up you making a statement about it. And that something could very much, you never know where it can come up in your life. And that's how I end it, right? Now, you never know where it can like pop up when it comes to like a concept. Like, I always reflect on music because like I loved hearing music. I never took a step towards like learning music or practicing music or any of that shit. What happened is like, the minute I started learning music, I started seeing rhythm in everything. I started seeing the harmony and stuff differently. And it was weird for me at first because like, no, what the fuck am I like tripping on? That's the feeling. What am I tripping on? Because ultimately the way I see the world now is different than the way I saw the world back then. And the more I dove into it, the more I kind of like started realizing the impact it was having on me because there's a lot more that is being expressed slowly but surely through the fact that I have music right now as part of my arsenal, part of my thought process, part of the things that I actually like experienced, like had an experience with. So like, do not actually have an opinion. Do not have the opinion be the end result. Have an understanding based on what you actually like experienced with it. And it allows you to kind of like engage. The understanding of the experience itself kind of like leaves the gaps that can be filled, which normally we seal with opinions. Oh, I love that. Yeah. An understanding of the experience leaves gaps that normally are filled by having an opinion. Because what we do is we kind of like the opinion kind of draws around the experience itself and kind of isolates it. While having an understanding by spending the time with it and like allowing it the time that it got. So it's like I spent 30 minutes on something. I can't summon it up in a 2 second opinion, right? I don't think that's fair for the 30 minutes that I spent. And again, like it's still 30 minutes. Because ultimately, if you're talking to experts in their field, and I'm going to use experts specifically for this reason. If somebody truly understands what he does, he can never stop finding things to talk about when it comes to it. So there's no limit to the opinions that he could have about the different angles, about the different things that are concerned with what he cares about and what he experienced before about like the thing that he's working on. But I'm not saying everyone wants to be an expert, but approaching our experiences in the form that experts do probably allows them to express themselves through us much better in different thoughts and different concepts throughout our life. It's a video. Love you guys. Peace out. Sorry about the disability conversation at the beginning. I genuinely feel some cultures are just awkward. Bye.